Hi everyone, welcome to Infinite Women. I'm your host, Allison Tyra, and I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not much of a sports person, but you don't have to love baseball to appreciate today's story. In 1931, a teenage pitcher struck out both Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig in one game. A few days later, she was out of a job. Jackie Mitchell had been hired earlier that year to the Chattanooga Lookouts Class AA minor league baseball team, in part as a marketing gimmick by the team owner. But when the Lookouts played an exhibition game against the New York Yankees, 17-year-old Mitchell got her shot after another pitcher's poor performance in the first inning. Ruth was her very first opponent, and after he struck out, he reportedly stormed back to the dugout in a huff. She then struck out Gehrig, and Tony Lazzeri got a walk, before she was pulled from the mound and not allowed to pitch the rest of the game. A few days later, baseball commissioner Keneshaw Mountain Landis voided her contract, claiming women were unfit to play the game because it was too strenuous. Presumably, he was referring to the strain on the men she defeated. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I should add that there are people who claim that the whole thing was a stunt and that Gehrig and Ruth deliberately struck out. That doesn't seem very likely to me because A, these men were professional athletes in the 1930s. I can't imagine them volunteering to lose to a girl. The idea that Ruth stormed off to the dugout in a huff sounds more like a genuine reaction rather than a bit of acting. But also, the idea that there's no such thing as bad publicity just isn't true. It would not have reflected well on the Yankees to lose not just to a minor league team, but to a teenage girl. So I can't imagine what the reasoning supposedly would have been if this were a stunt. To me, this theory sounds more like the tired trope of people refusing to believe that women can do incredible things. But that's what I specialize in, so join us next time on Infinite Women, and remember, well-behaved women rarely make history.